to be the jobber, you know all of this. But when you come into your own independent promotions, sometimes you don't know the background of the wrestlers, so you don't know what they can bring to the table, or what movesets they have. And sometimes when they go above and beyond and pull out something massive out of the bag or tricks that they have, you're quite left in awe about like some of the moves that they can do, and the fact that they are willing to do it in front of such a small audience. You know, these are moves that sometimes that can shorten people's careers, but you know, they're out there just honing their craft, practicing each and every day in that ring, and this is what they're doing to sort of improve themselves and head on to bigger things. So every time you go and see an indie promotion, you could be seeing the next top star in the next few years or so.
Yeah, and the good thing about this place is it is an academy, so you know these guys are learning, and you never know where they could end up. You know, you see a guy here. We just recently had that as well. So from guys from WrestleForce, so it's definitely there.
I mean, you got to discredit all this stuff about like it's an indie promotion or a small promotion, so perhaps it's not as good. Everyone's got to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, so it's going to be a great show. Anyone that's interested in going, I mean, this is like great value. And I'll tell you this much: anyone that wants to know more about DKW, go on a review I did, because I go in depth about the kind of experience you have as a fan. Tickets, VIP tickets, right, front row, and the gift. I mean, how much if you're thinking that is normally, Matt? VIP, front row. I mean, look.
What are you talking about in WWE?
Any promotion aside, to be front row of any wrestling event, that's the best seat in the house, right? You're up against the ring. You're getting VIP, so that means you meet and greet all the wrestlers. Not one, not two. Everyone comes out at the end, right? And you get a gift as well included. How much do you think that's normally going to set you back?
Wow. Like I say, it does depend on the promotion. But yeah, if you're thinking on the average, you think 100 is like reasonable.
Yeah, well, this is very reasonable. £12 is this what we're going to set you here. Adults £12, kids, children £9. So come on, think about this, guys. £12 adults, VIP, front row, and gift. Tickets available.
You go to a Comic Con, you got to pay £20 per signature.
Exactly. So you're talking about, you know, look, worst case scenario, you're going to get there and like you're not going to enjoy the wrestling. You're going to enjoy like what 50%. It's still worth your £12. You're still going to meet these guys after. It's a 2-hour show. Anybody that's interested, this is coming from up in where we got. I've got the full address here. This is the 27th of September, this Friday, the Forest Academy, and of course that is in we're up in Hainault, and doors open at 6:45. The show starts at 7:15. If you just want a general ticket, then you're looking at £9 for adults and £7 for kids. There's also family deals as well at just £27. So it's an excellent deal. Anybody that's interested, go on to www.dkwtickets.ecwid.com. Check that out. Also, we'll have the link as well with our website and all our social media stuff. So check it out, guys. If you live local down here, you ain't got anything to do on a Friday night.
I can't believe that venue. It's incredible. I sat at the back of indie shows for that kind of...
Honestly. And I'm not exaggerating. So the thing is, you've got to go to see this, but I'm not exaggerating. I'm sure Matt even thinks I'm exaggerating a little.
No.
The guys that I saw there were next level. I was not expecting them to be that good. So you really do get your money's worth, and they really look after their fans. That's the great thing, and it's intimate. Even if you don't get on the front row, it's still going to be intimate because of just the setting.
The thing that impressed me was you said it was a show for all kind of people, like adults,
enjoy it, anybody,
just as well as the kids.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I was quite shocked, especially when those thumbtacks come out. It wasn't as PG as WWE. This is much better. So yeah, there is a bit of a variety for everyone. So check that out if you can. Get down there. Also, want to plug the channel now that we're on. If you want to see DKW shows, they are also signed up with our umbrella now, Turnbuckle TV. Check out the website, turnbuckletv.com. You'll see WrestleLine on there. You'll also see they are basically dedicated to all UK independent wrestling. It's a fantastic place to go. Subscription channel, but also there are free videos up there as well. You can do a free trial, I believe. Go on there, check it out, because you know, if you can't get enough wrestling, this is the place to go. And the good thing about it is you're going to see, like, I know NXT claims, well, we got the next big stars, but this is where you completely see them start. I mean, there's no beginning before this. Imagine seeing that. Imagine getting a chance to have seen a John Cena on the most smallest of circuit ever. You know, we never get that opportunity. Now you do, because now we've got cameras at these events. That was never a thing back in the day. An event just used to happen and go. All you had was your memory. Now, Turnbuckle TV, you get this stuff available and you can watch it whenever you want. It's a great way to tune in. So, check that out over at Turnbuckle TV. Okay, Matt, small things coming to the end here. What have you... Impact Wrestling, we touched on them a little bit. They are still going, Matt.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Incredible. Yeah, it is incredible.
The whole time the podcast has been going, we've always had this running topic of how long is TNA going to last? When are they going under?
Yeah. Of course, NWA, which is kind of split now from... Because at one time it was NWA TNA, and then that all changed. What's his name, the guy that runs that now? The music artist. I forgot his name. Billy Corgan. Billy Corgan, that's it. Now he's taken over. He's got in this his knowledge of wrestling is so there that they're now going to have a studio, but it's like basically an old school studio set up in Atlanta, which is like really, really fascinating. And Jim Cornette has signed up to work with him. I mean, I tell you what, if I'm AEW or WWE, is another guy who I'd probably try and tap up soon, because there's no one that can talk anybody. I mean, Jim Cornette talking about another show is gold sometimes. You won't get better than that. Maybe Vince Russo, I don't know. No one's gone out for him yet, have they?
No.
Bro. Maybe next manager for Matt Riddle there in that one. But no, Impact Wrestling, on the other hand, is still going. And when I heard about this rumour, Matt, about Impact Wrestling potentially... Like, first of all, I was thinking, how have they got the money to take over someone like Ring of Honor? But we touched on this earlier, but like, where did that... Do you think that's just pie in the sky and that there isn't much to it? I haven't heard too much since that news came out, but... Would you be shocked if Impact Wrestling sort of just bought up all of ROH? And
I would be shocked. Yes, I would.
Yeah.
ROH puts on such good wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds kind of harsh to say that, but the wrestling contrast between these two companies is huge. And I'm not criticising all the TNA people, because they got great wrestlers and they still continue to attract great wrestlers. Tenille Dashwood's gone over there now, which is good for them, formerly WWE's Emma. But yeah, that's another great signing they've made, so they can continue to get people, and it's still TV work. That's what appeals to these wrestlers, isn't it? That they can still get their name out there. But you know, taking over another company, wow, that's incredible. I mean, I would not believe that of them. They're almost like wrestling's cockroach. You know, you can try and stamp on them, try and squash them out, but they will always find a way to survive.
Yeah, it seems like it, doesn't it? So I don't know if anyone else wants to send us some stuff that they know anything, and let me know. Especially if you even watch Impact Wrestling. I'm interested if there are fans that listen to this podcast. Maybe they're worried about us not talking about it enough, because I really don't keep in tune with the current product. Now, just to let everybody know some of the shows that myself and Matt are attending, we are getting very, very busy towards the end of this month, and especially in October, Matt. Of course, we mentioned DKW this Friday. Will be there in the Forest Academy, but also we are going to The Only Way is Essex. Yes, that's coming the week after on the Friday in Brentwood. And yeah, I thought it was another month off, but we're already getting this. Are you up for... How excited are you for seeing the tapings of this? I mean, what do you think we're going to see at this one, Matt? To see NXT UK? Because we haven't seen it since, the Royal Albert Hall, I think, when we went to the next... what was that show called now? I forgot. It's a tournament thing, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to see that now, it's in sort of more full swing. They've had Takeover, Eddie Dennis, I'm sure, Volta and all that lot will be there. I'm fascinated to see how they've improved since then. Like, they've been on the road now for quite a while trying to put these shows on. I believe they do 2 weeks over 1 weekend's worth of tapings, so that'll be fascinating to see how they do that. But
well, I don't know if it's like download that thing on forever.
Yeah.
I remember watching about 5 episodes of NXT UK that was all set
Really?
around download.
That's true, actually. They'll get as much footage as they can.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm curious to see how it all operates, like, and how it all works, and like behind the scenes, how sort of fluid it is. But I mean, we're so used to seeing Progress that, you know, most of those guys were at Progress at one time. So it's almost like now WWE have sort of conjured up every last little drop that they had to sort of, you know, we were waiting for Volta to sign, really, weren't we? He was like the last. I think they could have done with him when we went there, to be honest with you, at the Royal Albert Hall. I think they probably lacked that a little bit, that star. But now it's all sort of in motion. I mean, you tend to like the brand, Matt. I mean, do you think the brand's doing well just on its own, like TV wise? Like because I watched like the last 3 weeks, and you know, I've got to say it's different, and it's, you know, it's professional now. It seems like they've got into a rhythm of knowing what they're doing, whereas everything before was like, it was all very nostalgic, like this is the UK, and it was too much about that. But now I feel like we're actually getting a TV show in the now, as opposed to, you know, we know it's there now. We're not going to keep reiterating how big this is for the UK. I think this is like now its own brand. But what do you think we're going to see on that Friday? What are you expecting to see, and are you hoping for a better? Because we weren't too amused at the Royal Albert Hall one, was we? So that first night, it was a nightmare, I felt, because there was nobody there.
Yeah.
Probably like the wrong day and everything, really, on a Monday night. And it just lacked a lot, even though Shawn Michaels came out. It lacked a lot of stuff, didn't it, at that show? But you think we're going to see a vast improvement?
Yeah, I think like having your own sort of TV show on the network is a great thing for them, because it's established a lot of these people who people might not have known a lot about beforehand. So when you go and see an NXT UK show now, you have that knowledge and background on these wrestlers, and you're more invested in them. And you're excited to see people who, if they were on the main roster, you'd probably see them as low and mid-card people and that. I mean, I'm not going to name anyone because I don't want to do what you did and get called out. But, yeah. there's
Travis Banks,
Yeah.
naming no names.
He's a great
there.
wrestler. I'll say he's a great wrestler. But he will be there, and he is someone now who I didn't know that much about beforehand, but I've definitely grown with like this guy, and I enjoy his wrestling a lot. So it'd be great to see him there. He's an established star now, like a mainstay, and he wrestles everything that's going. So you know, we put you up now. So yeah,
give us a break.
There'll be a lot of great wrestlers there like that, and so I'm definitely excited for it. And I think the women's division is great. If anything, if I'm going to praise anything, it's that, because they are all incredibly hard workers, and it's a lot to build yourself up from. So they've had to take the NXT women's division from nothing essentially, and that's kind of why they chose 2 Australians really to come in here and do this. I'm not saying that the British women aren't up to standards or up to scratch, because it's great now that Kaylee Ray has the title. Finally, a British women's champion for NXT UK.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So hopefully be really good. Shout out to Travis Banks after I got called out. But yeah, he's a good guy. My favourite, my number one. I'll buy a t-shirt. How's that? Next up as well, we've got Ring of Honor, and I'm pleased to say, Matt, that we are pretty much, I'd say 90%, we are going to be working press for that show, which I'm really looking forward to. So we're going to get a few interviews. Lots of people already booked there, and we know Mark Huskins is quite a regular fixture there. It's very, very popular. I've got to say, Progress fans were chanting for him the other day, and he weren't there. I mean, that's how popular the guy is. I was quite surprised at the level of support he has. But quite a big deal in Ring of Honor. Of course, Marty Skirtle, Matt would be good. We're hoping to reach out to these people. Latest signing for the women, Session Moff Martina. What do you make of that? Because we saw her back at Progress, heard a few rumblings. I mean, when she done her interview, very, very, very sort of, what would you say, like sort of
down to earth.
Down to earth. That's a good word. Yeah, compared to her character, I would say 100%. But you know, pleased for her because she's been working the circuit. There's a few females like that. I also put Lena Austin in there and a few others. But we're really excited to get the Ring of Honor gig, and hopefully we're going to have some great interviews there. Like